Babe Boomer, a promising prospect, just about ready to go. She brings a combination of talent, dedication, and heart to every game. It's the Milwaukee Brewers going up against the New York Mets. First pitch coming your way next. Boomer steps in now. She knows what's waiting for her, Singy. An arm with top-tier command and stuff to match.
Yeah, no freebies here, Boog. You've got to earn everything when you're up against a pitcher of this caliber.
Well struck right field. Carrying well. Gone! Big dog's gotta eat. She blasts one out to right, and the Brewers have the lead. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Brett Beatty up now for the Mets.
The third baseman.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field. But he can jump you if you make a mistake.
And the 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike two. Nope. Ball. Got him looking. And one away.
The shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Here's Francisco Lindor, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. Swings through that one for strike one. Lindor with another scorching run of play lately.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
The 0-2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Out towards right center field. Isbell drifts towards it. And that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 inning in the books here. It's the Brewers 1 and the Mets nothing. This is Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin. Back here in Queens, bottom of the second. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. Well, in their win last game, this guy came up with 2 home runs, obviously trying to keep the roll going here in this one. Swinging a foul straight back.
Well, made it so comfortable for his club to secure that win. Very fresh team today, and it doesn't have to be all on him, but the way he's been swinging it, I expect him to have another big one.
Swings through that one for strike 2. On the ground to the left. And quickly one away in the second.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Emmanuel Rodriguez.
So up next for New York, Emmanuel Rodriguez.
He's been on fire at the dish lately, working on a 5-game hitting streak.
And that one fouled off. Rodriguez went deep in his most recent game. Boomer, a former rookie of the year, just 19 years old. And she was a 3rd-round pick back in 2025. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Already 3 strikeouts here in the early part of this start, so I think the hitters further down in this lineup might need to take notice, take some notes, share some information. Got to bring a better plan to the plate, or else it's going to be a really difficult game. Disrupt this pitcher, do something to get her out of her rhythm.
Francisco Alvarez digs in now. And first offering is fouled off. Alvarez launched a homer in his most recent game. Two down, nobody on. That clips the corner.
She's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Stays alive. The 0-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Make it 4 strikeouts for her on the bump today. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Man at first, one away.
Milwaukee, the designated hitter, Big Boomer.
That one is absolutely belted. And that's a foul ball. Nobody on her team has scored more runs than she has this season, Singy. There's a swing and a drive. That's down. One hops off the wall. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out. Well, Singy, she is locked in there.
She's really slowed the game down, and it's like she's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that she squared up that baseball tells me that she is seeing it like a beach ball.
So digging in, Jackson Chourio.
In the grand scheme of things, this at-bat might not feel important because it's early, but it could create a domino effect for things to come. Control what you can here and have a strong at-bat.
Runner on the goal. In the dirt. Tag, and he got him. Great throw. Runner on second, 2 down. Base hit. Headed for the plate. She'll score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. That's in there. Strike 1.
Well, these Mets definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And there's 1 down.
Well, 3 pitches, down, fastball up, swinging, boog. It's like learning a chord progression, getting those strums right, man. So many pitchers prefer working north-south these days compared to the east-west, and that was a great example right there.
Here's Luis Robert.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Just 1 hit in his last 5 games.
Robert working through some struggles lately.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
Ball. Fights it off. You'll see another. This one in the air right field. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again. Here's a 1-2. And La Pantera heads back to the dugout after the K.
The left fielder, number 8, Will.
2 down, base is empty. Will Brennan up now for the Mets. And a foul ball. That one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. In the air, left field. And that's the inning. 9 straight retired here to start the game. You're watching Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin. Bottom of the 4th, here's the Mets leadoff man, Brett Beatty.
Number 7, Brett Beatty.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
In the air, right field, Chourio takes it in for the out. And there's one away.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Struck out looking his first time. Tap foul at the plate. Lindor with some impressive production lately. Here's the 0-1. Pulls that one foul. The 0-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The Mets still looking for their first hit in this one. Good job to fight that one off.
Well, that two-seamer is heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The Brewers leading by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Got him looking for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure her out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Lau at the plate. Fly to center his first time. Two down, nobody on. Swinging a foul straight back. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Battling here as he fouls it away. Oh, 0-2 now. On the ground to first, and foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Swings through it for the K. That's her 8th strikeout of the game. So 12 up, 12 down to begin the ball game. This is Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin.
Up next for Milwaukee,
Boomer, just 19 years old, and she's driven in double-digit runs over her last 10 games. That one is hammered right field. Carrying well. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run. Another homer. Her second homer of the night. And they tack one on the board. It's 3-0.
She wasted no time in that at bat. Swinging at the first pitch, and she punished it. She went up there looking to do damage. I think she had her sights set on that pitch. She went and got it and circled the bases.
Boomer back at it, pitching with the lead.
Always a little easier, but only if you protect it, Boog. She's got to lock in right here. Can't let this game seesaw.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, these Mets just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. She's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
The 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Gets it there in time, though, and they get it out of the play.
Great job by the second baseman right there. Quick reaction to dive, knock that ball down, and big leaguers just don't panic, not the good ones. He gets up, makes the play, really good throw over to first base. That's the kind of composure that you want to see from a guy in that position.
And next is the designated hitter, Emmanuel Rodriguez.
Hey!
And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. Stays alive. The Brewers leading by 3, last half of inning number 5. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. The 0-2. Sets him down on strikes. That's her 9th strikeout so far.
Well, she's had a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break her rhythm. Put the bat on the ball. Maybe try to bunt for a base hit. Get her off the mound. Move her around. Step out. Do something to interrupt her timing because she's coming right after him.
That one finds the zone. That is strike 2. Sets him down looking. And that K brings her into double digits for the game. So 5 perfect innings in the books. You're watching Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
The right fielder, Carson Bench.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. She's not afraid of contact. Some pitchers, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
The 0-2. This one in the air center field. Isbell has a beat on it. And a quick out number 1. So here's Robert now. Struck out looking at his first at bat. And there's a foul ball. On the ground. And it goes just foul. Here's the 0-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Good pitch right there. I mean, she's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the players that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating.
This to center field. Makes the grab on the run. And the inning is over. So she's perfect through 6. This is Brewers baseball on the show, Wisconsin. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Babe Boomer up now for the Brewers. 3 for 3 with a pair of home runs and a single. Fouled off left side.
Well, these Brewers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They're getting a lot of loud contact right now. 9 hits have gone 90+ miles per hour off the bat, which puts a lot of pressure on the defense to make some tough plays.
Now there's a bullet down the line. And foul ball.
And on the mound, they can't be feeling too comfortable either. With the way these batters are hitting the baseball, it makes it harder to come into the strike zone for fear of getting hit hard.
Swinging a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there. And boom goes the dynamite. Another homer. That's her 3rd home run of the game. And they tack on 3. It's 6-0.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. She's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one. And she's just so locked in with her swing. And she's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching her pull it off as well.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game sum.
Third baseman, Brett Davey.
And that drops in for a strike. Swings through that one out in front that time.
She's been so great today, really just throwing whatever the catcher puts down. I mean, she hasn't shaken off the catcher very much at all today.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him swinging.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
The shortstop, Francisco
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swinging a bouncer. Handles, throws the first out on a bang play, but he made it close.
The batter, number 6, second baseman.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Lau in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Right through there for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. The perfection continues. 21 straight have been retired. You're watching Brewers baseball on the show. Boomer digs in. Not a lot of traffic this inning, but she's got the power to change that with one swing.
Yeah, and that's the kind of threat that keeps pitchers honest, even with 2 outs and no one on.
On a line, base hit.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
And that extends the inning.
Up next for Milwaukee, the right fielder,
Jackson Chorio now at the plate. Runner on the go. High fly ball, right field. Bench settles under it. And that is that. Milwaukee leaves one as it remains an 8-0 game. Back here at Citi Field. On to the bottom of the 8th. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. On the ground, right side. Throws to first in time. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Mets.
And here's a look at how she's using her pitches in this one.
Rodriguez.
Still a ways to go, but this is can't miss stuff right now. Rodriguez in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. 0-1 now. And a big swing and a miss.
You know, Boog, every team has a hitters meeting pregame, but this lineup seems way too anxious, aggressive. You wonder what they talked about.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting herself in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what she's working with, and that really allows a pitcher to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Alvarez at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one.
So far, she's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make her work in the zone a little more.
No, that missed. That's a
Close,
ball.
but called a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitcher thought that was a strike. She'll challenge. And it's a called strike after the review. They'll keep both their challenges. Bounced up the middle. Fires over to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. So now 24 have been set down in order. 3 left to go for perfection. This is Brewer. Boomer back on the mound for the 9th, looking to finish what she started, Singy.
One more clean frame, Boog. That'd be the exclamation point on a strong day. Just 3 outs away from a CG.
No, ball.
Boog, I'll tell you right now, every player defensively on their toes like never before.
Fought off foul.
They want to make sure they have the opportunity to put this pitcher in the history books. They're going to make the play.
Close
Ball.
one, doesn't get the call. And it's 2-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Close,
Nope,
but call
ball.
the ball. 3-2 now. Pitcher challenges. She thought it was a strike. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges.
Up next for the
Here in the
Mets,
bottom of the 9th,
the
1 out.
center fielder,
Luis Robert now.
Robert.
And first offering is fouled off.
Her pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind her. That's why she's still in the game here in the 9th inning.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Terang over to first in time. Only 1 out remaining for the Mets.
Next for the
26
Mets,
up and 26
number
down.
8,
1 more out for a
Will.
perfect game. This is awesome, Boog.
On the verge of baseball history here, and certainly one of the most dominating pitching performances we've seen. Everyone locked in right now. Brennan in the box for the 3rd time today as he takes that one off the plate. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning.
Ball.
You just don't see it that much anymore. A pitcher being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if she's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that 9th inning. But being at under 100 pitches, she's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
They're down to their final strike. Swing and a miss. Got him. A perfect ending to a perfect game.